Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ray McCloud to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Roethlisberger.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
McCloud now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Roethlisberger. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And finally he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
From the 31, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
And another nice catch there for a 1st down by Davante Adams. That's something we're quite familiar with. Last year, the NFL leader in touchdown catches with 18. Tied for 2nd in receptions. 5th in receiving yards. Add it all up, arguably the top receiver in the NFL.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Field, and they will send this one away.
McLeod now on the return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to
take it right down Broadway. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now left side on the swing pass. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Roethlisberger. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Now they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Boswell's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game. And Charles, ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Fielded just inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. 55.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Check 26, check 26, check 4, check 4. Bang, 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 bang.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. From From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. Rodgers will throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
McLeod now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side.
And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
All right now. Block 80. 50.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side, and that is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. Touchdown! Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Boswell for the extra point. makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Packers 22. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Black 20.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
230.
Now it's Roethlisberger.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Like 80.
Roethlisberger. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. Caught on the slant. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Roethlisberger will throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
On third down, here's Harris. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. On the return, it's Taylor. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On play action, now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.